Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi Leah. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back once again. So today we're going to be talking about love. So a black woman made a video and he made other women respond to her and tell their love stories. And you guys, I'm focusing on our melanated sisters today because I just want to preach love for black women. Okay, I love to see our sisters happy. I just said I should mention that. Let's get right into the first video that the woman made.
If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about it? I'm stuck in the algorithm on TikTok where it's just a bunch of horror stories from women and men with bad behavior, and many of my relationships reflect that dynamic too. But I believe in love and I want love still, and I know I'm not alone. I know how important it is when you're trying to attract something new into your life to find examples of other people who have that thing. And so this is my attempt to find examples and to get some healing, and I think it would be healing for a lot of other women too, who are still looking for love in spite of all that they've been through. So anything that you're comfortable sharing would be great, from how you met to what you love about them to what the dynamic of your relationship is like, what they do for you, what you do together, if you've ever had a big argument and how you've gotten through it, like anything that you want to share. And if you think your story is too boring to share, you're probably exactly who we need to be hearing from. Just stitch this video, tag me in it, and I'll be sure to repost it on my page too.
Okay, so she made that video and a lot of women responded, but I want to shine light on my melanated sisters because I want black women to believe in love. So I'm actually focusing a lot on black women. Let's go right ahead and play some of the responses.
If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about?
I'm in a healthy relationship with the black man of my dreams. He is kind, he is enterprising, he is generous, he is faithful. And most importantly, he is my very best friend, period. Successful relationships can be described as just that. That's your boring best friend. The key to staying in a healthy relationship is find someone that likes you. Not the show you put on, not the part that you use to attract other people, but someone who genuinely likes you. Someone who you can sit on the floor with, crisscross applesauce, laugh until your eyes are tearing up, and have that same person also be the person to console you during your very worst days. I think in the beginning of a relationship, we really prioritize romance and courtship and dating and vacations and flashiness. But the best, most long-sustaining relationships, the most long-term relationships that I know, are people that have wonderful companionship. Our partner is reliable, they're loyal, they're supportive. I am my partner's comfort, I am my partner's peace, I am my partner's #1 fan, and vice versa.
Companionship and friendship, very important.
Watch this video and talk about it.
Let me give the girls some hope and tell y'all my testimony, okay? So my boyfriend and I met when we were in college, but we got into a committed relationship after we both graduated. After he graduated, he moved to Dallas for an amazing job offer, y'all. An amazing job offer that is like his dream job. But me, on the other hand, I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. So I'm still in Virginia at this time, working job after job, changing my career about 10 different times, trying to figure out what the heck is my passion. So y'all, one day I was on the phone with him getting ready for work, but I was also just venting to him about how unhappy I was, y'all. Like I was just like, babe, I need to change the speed. I need to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. I have so much more to offer to this world than to be working at this 9 to 5. Now I'm at work doing my everyday duties, and my manager tells me to come to the back because my husband is on the phone. I'm thinking in my head, Boogie, I don't have a husband. So I go to the back to answer the phone, and it's my man. So I pick up the phone, I'm like, babe, what's wrong? Like, I'm at work. So he's just like, do you want today to be your last day at work? Child, the man didn't have to repeat himself. He didn't have to say it louder because I was already with it, okay? The answer is yeah.
I think one thing I like about men is how they are so problem-solving oriented. When he loves you, he wants to just make everything right. When you're complaining about something, best believe he's already thinking of like how to make that problem go away when he loves you.
He was like, so go ahead and clock out for me. This man got me a one-way ticket to Dallas, got movers at my daggone apartment, shipping my stuff over to Dallas. Baby, the man wasn't playing. He paid the fee for me to break my lease. Like, he just had everything taken care of. I felt secure in making the move because, for one, I had a great savings account and I also have 2 degrees. So if all else fails, maybe I can do better by myself. So I'm all settled in now, and we just decided to have a sit down just to talk about our expectations of each other now that we live together. And he literally just told me, the only thing I expect from you is for you to find what your passion is in life. You don't gotta cook, you don't gotta contribute to anything financially. Just figure out what you want out of life.
You don't gotta cook. A Nigerian man would never tell you that. They don't play with their stomachs.
I told him, like, babe, I think I want to take content creation serious. I might have told him that on a Monday, and I promise y'all that Friday I had a vlogging camera, a new phone, ring lights, vanity sets. Baby, he was not playing. And the biggest thing of all, I complained about the lighting in our old apartment because we didn't have like a lot of natural light. The man moved us into a high rise. Like, I really cannot make this up. I say all that to say, this man knew how unhappy I was, so he changed my circumstances. And he also knew my potential, so he invested into my passion. And now I get to wake up every day and talk to a phone and make money. That man wanted to leave
Exactly. Just like I'm talking to a phone right now.
issues so I can just focus on me and what I want out of life. And that's a beautiful black king right there. It's been 4 years now.
That's a beautiful black king right there. Like, you guys see, some black women are getting it right with black love. You see, that's why I'm making this video, so that you know that you can get it. If you want a good black man, if you want a loving black man, you can get it. It is definitely possible, because I realize that it is all the negative stories that are out there. We're seeing the people coming out and talking about how a black man did this to them, how relationships are not favoring them, men has come. The thing is, the people that are in good, healthy relationships that are happy are not even spending time coming on the internet to make videos about it. So we see more of the negative ones. That is why a trend like this is good, because we're now getting to see the positive ones. They are coming out to share their stories, right? And it's very inspiring.
Years now, we've gone to couples therapy. We're constantly working on the quality of our relationship, and we just are obsessed with each other.
Aww.
And I just love my man. Do not lose hope, baby. Your person is out here somewhere, and he gonna come get you. He gonna come get you, Boogie.
I agree.
I'm stuck in the algorithm.
Not only am I in a healthy relationship with a man, I'm in a healthy relationship with a black, attractive, high-earning man.
Okay.
I think that's important to note, because a lot of black women, especially who want and to desire to marry a black man, feel like they might have to settle. And no, you don't. I have been with Jonathan 6 years. We got married 3 months ago. And when I tell you that I have never once, since we've been together, had to worry about who I was going to get with him. If I had to give him a nickname, I would call him Mr. Follow Through. Since the very beginning, Jonathan has been what he's talking about. Okay. I remember when we were first.
In my language, we call that ekweme. Ekweme. You say, you do. What you say is what you will do. Ekweme. Mr. Talk and Do. Ekweme. I had to stress that.
When we first started dating, we would plan dates on like a Sunday, and like almost every day leading up into the Friday date, I would be like, are we still going? Like, are you still excited? And finally one day he sat me down and he was like, stop asking me that, because if I say that I'm going to do something, it's going to get done. And he wasn't lying. Original creator also suggested to talk about your life with your partner. And that's such an interesting thing, because so many people have asked us, how has our life changed since we got married? And honestly, it hasn't changed that much. And that's because I knew exactly what to expect when I married Jonathan. I think something that social media like puts in our heads is that every day has to be exciting. Every day has to be this grand gesture, or whatever the case may be. And honestly, what I find so joyful about being with Jonathan is that the everyday things are some of the things I enjoyed the most. Like today, we were on a walk. We walked to go get coffee, and Jonathan looked at me and said, I'm so happy with you. And that is what we do very often with each other. We tell each other in real time, no matter what small task it is or what small thing we're doing, I'm having a good time with you. Like, this is fun for me.
Communication is so important. Like, you have to say, you don't just assume they know it.
And so that we understand that our day-to-day life is enjoyable and we love doing it with each other. So I know we can get on these apps and we feel like, damn, everybody complaining. Please know that there are people out there who probably are just silent because they're just having a good time walking down the street.
Exactly. I told you the sad ones are louder. Yes, they are.
Let me know if you want to hear more about my boo, because I love him. And also, I'm going to throw a picture in the end because we just got married, and why not? Bye!
Aww. It's like fairy tale. I love it.
This video and talk about.
Okay, I wanted to stitch this video because the whole TL has been filled with Simone Biles' husband and the way he's been acting. I don't even care about that. But I'm just going to talk about this week what my boyfriend has done for me since I've been sick. And first thing, every morning I wake up to a cup of tea. And once that tea is done, or once I'm done drinking it, he's bringing another cup. So there's honestly tea always boiling on the stove.
You want to use tea, kill him. He's bombarding her with tea. Oh my god, that's his love language. I'm just kidding, you guys.
Second thing, he made egusi soup for me. If you're Nigerian, you know, like to even make soup yourself for yourself is taxing. I don't even make soup very often because I'm too lazy. He made egusi soup for me. I was like, oh my god, I'm craving rice and stew. He literally made rice and stew from scratch. Like,
He made egusi. You now said no, it's rice and stew. You want? He still made the rice and stew. Hey, please hold that man. Hold him. Hey, good. I am not pregnant. It's not like a pregnancy craving. You just changed your mind and he did it. Hold him, oh.
he just like Googled the recipe, whatever, and did it himself. He's taken my dog out I've not lifted a finger to do anything. He's just like, rest, I'll take care of everything. He's like got me, I was like, oh my god, I'm craving noodles. Went to get me noodles and like just made sure I've been okay and not lifted a finger. And I've been watching K-drama since. But yeah, this is just to encourage you guys that there is love out there and you deserve it. Bye.
There really is. There's love out there. Don't lose hope.
Watch this video and talk about it. I'm stuck in the
I have been married to my husband for 17 and a half years, and we actually had a very rocky, crazy start, like before we got married, like just young, immature, and doing all those crazy things. But then we got married, and our marriage has been completely healthy. I don't mean it's been perfect, and I don't mean that we've never had issues. I mean it's healthy. And what I mean about healthy is we have evolved over time. We have learned to communicate over time. We have learned to get better as individuals and as a couple over time. We have managed to share wisdom with our children. And so what makes something healthy is growth. And so, like I said, it's not perfect. It's not even like just fabulous all the time. I mean, but it's healthy. Like you said that word, and that just kind of like stuck with me and it resonated with me. It's healthy. And so some of the examples that I think that make a healthy marriage is I don't try to make my husband be something that he's not. He is who he is. Anytime I ask of something of my husband that I want him to change, these are things that all healthy adults, males, should want to do, husbands, fathers, whatever. And the same thing that he asks of me. So he loves sports. He loves football. He loves, doing those kind of things. I don't really care for it, but I don't try to make him not do that. The thing about me is I'm always evolving in my style and the things that I like and I don't like. And he lets me be me. Like one of the things I've said from day one, he lets me be me. So we're very comfortable being ourselves in our marriage. We're not trying to create a new person. And now that we're like in our late 40s and our 50s.
Sorry, did she say late 40s and 50s? What? Black don't crack. If she had told me she's 35, I would believe.
We're evolving even more as individuals. And so the other healthy thing about our marriage is the fact that as we are changing and evolving in our individual selves, the other one is supportive of that change. So there's things that he's doing and becoming that he didn't do or, wasn't like at the beginning of the marriage or 5 years ago or even 2 years ago. I can't hold him to the person he was 24 months ago. I have to walk with him as he evolves.
Yeah, people evolve. I think that's another thing because when you marry somebody and they're a certain way and then 10 years down the line, they've evolved. Are you ready to accept that evolution or you're still stuck on the person you married? Now, not all evolutions are good, but I'm just saying you have to prepare your mind that there's going to be some growth, there's going to be some evolution, there's going to be some changes, and you're there for the long run regardless.
And he has to do the same with me. So healthy marriages do exist, and you're right to talk about being around and immersing yourself in that because I literally do the same thing. We have 4 couple friends that are in healthy marriages. All of us either came from divorced parents, estranged marriage parents, or parents that were never married. Like out of the 8 people, because it's me, 1, 2, 3, 5 couples. So out of the 10 of us, none of our parents have like healthy marriages, husbands or wives. And so we surrounded ourselves with healthy couples, and we as a couple hold our.
That really speaks to me because imagine having not had the opportunity to witness your parents give you an example of what a healthy marriage or a healthy family life is like, but you're still able to go on and build that for yourself in future with your spouse. So who says we can't break generational curses? Who says because our parents weren't perfect that we can't be better parents? Who says?
We as 5 couples hold ourselves accountable as the husbands and the wives. So I hope that helps, and I pray for you, and I hope the best for you in finding a beautiful, healthy marriage that you so desire, because it does exist. It takes time and it takes nurturing, just like a garden. You have to, in order to have healthy food in a garden, you have to nurture it, you have to water it, you have to make sure that it has the right mulch, and sometimes you have to prune it. So sometimes things have to be taken away, but they do exist. Hope that helps.
Another thing that I like was that she said that she and her husband surrounded themselves with other healthy couples, like made friends with other healthy couples for the sake of, accountability. It makes sense to do that.
Man, can you stitch this video and talk about it?
Woo! So, y'all know I don't usually talk about my relationship. It's very private to me and it's very healthy for me, but I understand that there are people who are trying to find images of Black love to help see the positivity of Black love, which is part of the reason why I use this platform to talk about Black love romance novels, because I believe it exists and because I actually live it. I have been married for 10 years and I've been with the same man for 14. We have a very healthy relationship. Before we were married, we went through premarital counseling. After we were married, we went through postmarital counseling. While we have had ups and downs like anybody else, because we grew up together. We were in our early 20s when we were dating, and now we're in our mid to late 30s. So there's a lot of growth that has come along with that. So it bothers my heart when I see Black men get on some of these podcasts and bash Black women and try to give relationship advice. And most of these men are in unhealthy relationships, have many broken homes. And when I say broken homes, I mean they have multiple baby mamas living in different areas. Their kids are not growing up underneath the same roof as their significant other. Yet they bash relationships, especially Black love relationships. I don't have experience with that. I have a very healthy relationship. My children see healthy Black love between a mother and a father, a husband and a wife, because we genuinely do the work and have been doing the work since before they were born. If I had one recommendation to anyone seeking out Black love, it would be stop listening to these podcasts, work on your inner self, and be open to what love can offer. Because real love actually does exist. A healthy relationship does exist. And these people that are on these podcasts talking about relationships are really broken and can't speak from what real Black love is actually about, which involves trusting, vulnerability, honesty, self-awareness, and communication. And privacy, which is why I don't post my husband or my kids. It's very rare if you will see them pop on my timeline, but that's a safe space for me, and I keep it at that. Protect your families, protect your love, protect your heart.
She said privacy, and that kind of struck me, especially for someone like me who's a content creator. Definitely I'm going to share some parts of my life, and I think that's a challenge some people in our line of business, in our line of work, content creators have, especially if you're doing like lifestyle content. Sometimes you don't know where to draw the line, and I feel like your entire life should not be out there. Be careful what you choose to share with the world. And I love to see Black women happy and properly loved. Like, we deserve that. And I love all those people that took out time to share their stories of Black love, specifically because I don't want us to give up on Black love. Video, you guys let me know what you think. I want to know what you guys are going to drop in the comments. I'm curious to know if you guys are going to share your own story and everything. And maybe one day I will share my story. Okay, you guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.